Hello, it's Phil and Heather, and it's afternoon time, not our normal time for bird photography. We're here today at Orlando Wetlands, which is about an hour and a half from where we're staying in Vero Beach. And we really weren't planning on coming here on this trip. But this morning we were at the Stick Marsh and we met a man named Fred, super nice guy, and he showed us some pictures of some baby spoonbills that he got here, and we decided that we would come and see for ourselves. So we're heading in and we'll see if we can find them. We've made it almost to the boardwalk now. You may be able to see the boardwalk behind us. Haven't really seen much yet. We're hoping to see a lot soon. First thing we saw on the boardwalk was a common gallinule, and it had some chicks, which was really cool. Got a couple of shots of that. So this is the common gallinule chick, and this is 600 millimeters. All of my shots will be 600 millimeters because I only used the 600 6.3, and I've shot everything wide open at 6.3. This is 1/2500th of a second and ISO 720 of the super cute common gallinule chick. And here's a shot of two common gallinule chicks. Now for this one, I was on the boardwalk. As all of these shots, I was on the boardwalk. And instead of shooting over the handrail, I put my camera down at the bottom of the boardwalk where your feet are and shot in between the slats that hold the handrail up for a nice low angle shot. And this one is 1/1250th of a second and ISO 400. There's definitely young spoonbills here and young great egrets as well. Pretty cool. Also, lots of photographers. Now we've moved further down the boardwalk to where the stand of trees are, and this is where most of the nesting activity is. And here is a mated pair of great egret kind of hanging around there in the tree. I thought they were absolutely beautiful. And this is 1/1600th of a second and ISO 140. Here's a great egret with a chick. There's actually another chick in there somewhere that you can't really see, but we're concentrating on these two. And what I love about this shot is both the chick and the adult had their eye on the plane of focus. So everybody's nice and in focus, and just look at the detail on that super cute chick standing there in the nest looking up at its parent. This is 1/2000th of a second and ISO 220. There were some little blue heron there, but they never got to a place where I could see them while they were in the trees, but I did get a couple of shots of them in flight. And here's one. This is 1/2000th of a second and ISO 400. Here's a super close-up shot of a roseate spoonbill with some nesting material that it was attempting to gather and bring to its nest. This is 1/2000th of a second and ISO 220. Let's get a look at the super sharpness of the 600 PF lens from Nikon. Just really, really love that lens. I'll probably be saying that for years to come, but man, that lens is good. Now this was, I think, the same spoonbill, but I moved down the boardwalk a little bit to try to get the entire bird in the shot, and it dropped its nesting material that it had, and then it kind of lost its balance here on this branch or maybe dead tree sticking up out of the water. This is another 1/2000th of a second shot at ISO 320 and lots of detail. Super happy with the light we had on this day at the Orlando Wetlands and with the performance of this lens. Here's a mated pair of roseate spoonbill on the nest. I thought this was super cute. One is preening the other one, and I like the eyes almost completely closed look of the one who's being preened. I thought this was really cool. This is 1/2000th of a second and ISO 250. Here's another little blue heron in flight. This one's 1/2000th of a second and ISO 160. I really love these birds, and I don't see them very often. It's really cool to get a chance to see one. Here's a spoonbill portrait there on what's left of a dead tree. This is 1/2000th of a second and ISO 250. Another portrait of that same spoonbill. This one, I thought the composition looked better with the bird nearly in the middle of the frame. This one's 1/2000th of a second and ISO 280. We're finding all sorts of birds like great egret with chicks and spoonbills with chicks. And then I was kind of standing around and near the far edge of the tree stand where most of the nesting activity is. A night heron flew out, and I managed to get a shot of it in flight. It just flew out and it was gone in a flash, but I got a shot of it with good sun on it. Take a look. Here's the black-crowned night heron in flight. Really love the way this turned out. This is 1/2000th of a second and ISO 450. Nice and sharp. Man, the Z8 with the 600 PF is a deadly combination for birds in flight. Just locked on and just look at the sharpness. Of course, the bright sunlight and good sun angle, not perfect sun angle, but really good sun angle, certainly helped on this shot. Here's a great egret in flight at 1/2000th of a second and ISO 280. Further down the boardwalk past the stand of trees where most of the breeding was going on, there was another common gallinule. That's the adult on the left and a chick on the right. And I like this particular shot the best of all of my young common gallinule shots because the adult is, or at least the adult's head, is on the same plane as the chick. So both their eyes are nice and in focus. The bird does drift out of focus as it goes back, but I'm really only concerned about the eye. Of course, my actual focus point is on the baby. And once again, I've got my camera down on the boardwalk and I'm shooting through the slats to get a nice low angle of these birds in the water. Here's another shot of that pair, but on this one, the adult is slightly out of focus. They're not on the same plane this time completely. One more shot of those two, and this one, the adult, is pleasingly out of focus. I like the way this shot turned out. The subject is definitely the chick, and tack sharp is the chick, but slightly out of focus in the background is the adult, and I think it's kind of a beautiful juxtaposition. This is 1/2000th of a second and ISO 500. And here's a shot of just the chick by itself. Another shot at 1/2000th of a second. This one's ISO 640. These guys are super cute. I don't know how old they were, but you can see that their wings are nowhere near fully developed. Here's another bird that I shot down low and through the slats. It was a super cool looking green heron that I just happened to notice all of a sudden, and there it was. I got the camera down low, and just as I got the bird in focus, it raised up its feathers like this. So I thought that was fantastic. And just look at the detail from the 600 PF. Really, really happy with this lens. 1/2000th of a second, ISO 450. Here's another shot of the same bird, still at 1/2000th of a second and ISO 450. This one I cropped to 16:9. The last one I did a square crop of. And this one also has the feathers poked up. And then the bird flew to another location, and when I walked over on the boardwalk to get it framed up, it was so close that I had to shoot vertically. This is 1/2000th of a second and ISO 450. I would have done better with my 100 to 400, which was in my backpack, but I didn't feel like swapping lenses, so I just turned the camera vertically and made this shot. Now this would have been another situation where maybe the 180 to 600 would have been a better lens. It's not quite as sharp as this 600 PF, but it's still plenty sharp. But the 600 PF is extra sharp. Man, oh man, look at that. 1/2000th of a second and ISO 450 for this one. Here's a beautiful roseate spoonbill there on a branch doing some preening. This is 1/2000th of a second and ISO 250. Another shot of that same bird with the same settings, 1/2000th of a second. And here is a roseate spoonbill nest, which has one adult on it, and the adult is doing some preening on this chick, rather large chick, standing up. It looks like there's two more chicks there in the nest. This is 1/2000th of a second at ISO 200, and this is a different nest with a different pair of spoonbill, and this one, they are mating. You can see the male's up on there, has got her by the beak, and they're doing some mating. I made this shot at 1/2000th of a second in ISO 280. I wish this, whatever this foliage is, wasn't blocking in the foreground. This foliage here doesn't bother me that much, neither does this, but I don't like the way this looks. But it was still cool to catch a shot of the spoonbill mating. Here's a beautiful portrait of a spoonbill up on a branch. This is 1/2000th of a second in ISO 320. Really like the way this turned out. Look at that beautiful bird. What an amazing creature. And I like the background in this with the blue sky and the pretty green foliage on the trees here. Really, really nice. And now this is a blue-winged teal. As we were leaving, at this point we're heading out, and this blue-winged teal was there. And I do wish this vegetation wasn't in the foreground, but I was still happy with the way this shot turned out. And this is another shot where I put the camera down low and shot through the slats that hold the handrail up. There was a female there as well, but I didn't get a shot. I think Heather did. Here are Heather's shots, and she made all of these with her Canon R7 and the wonderful 100 to 500 telephoto zoom lens. This is 500 millimeters. This is the common gallinule. Now Heather has Charcot-Marie Tooth disease, which makes it difficult for her to get down low, so she balanced the camera on the railing to get this shot. And even though she didn't get the super low angle, I think it is absolutely fantastic. This is 500 millimeters, 1/1600th of a second wide open at 7.1, and ISO 400. Now we're all the way down where the bird nests are, and Heather also managed to get a shot of this young great egret and its parent with their eyes on the same angle. Matter of fact, I think I may like her shot better than mine. This is pretty cool. This is 400 millimeters on the 100 to 500, 1/1600th of a second, f6.3, and ISO 200. And she's done a great job with the exposure of this. It's hard to get these white birds really, really bright without overexposing, and she's got it right on the edge like she should. It looks fantastic. Heather's favorite thing about this place was the young spoonbills. As a matter of fact, that's how, after seeing Fred's picture, I talked her into going there because it's a long way. It's like an hour and a half from our hotel room in Vero Beach. And she took advantage of it. So you got lots of photographs of the young spoonbills. This is 400 millimeters, 1/1600th of a second, f6.3, and ISO 320. There's 3 young spoonbills and an adult here behind these reeds. Pretty cool. Here's another shot of 3 young spoonbills. This time the adult is on the left. Very nice. This is also 400 millimeters, 1/1600th, and ISO 320. This, I believe, is the same bird that I got a picture of at basically the exact same moment as it was losing its balance on this tree sticking up out of the water, the one that had dropped some nesting material. The difference is I shot it from far away at 600 millimeters, and she shot it from pretty close at 100 millimeters, 1/1600th of a second, wide open at 4.5, and ISO 125. I'm not sure if this is that same bird down in the water looking for new nesting material or a different one, but this shot is 159 millimeters. She's up to 1/2500th of a second now, wide open at f5 and ISO 250. Lots of great detail can be had using the Canon 100 to 500 lens. Here's a nest of spoonbills, and the parent is taking a nap, and I don't blame it. It's probably exhausted from taking care of those babies. This is 500 millimeters, 1/2000th of a second, wide open at 7.1, and ISO 320. Here's a pair of spoonbills on a nest. I don't think they have young on their nest yet. This is another 500 millimeter shot from Heather, 1/2000th of a second, f7.1, and 400 ISO. I think this is the spoonbill that I made portraits of on this same dead tree. Beautiful shot Heather got here. This is 400 millimeters, 1/2000th of a second, f6.3, and ISO 320. I think I made a portrait of this spoonbill as well on this perch. I like the way Heather's caught it with its left leg lifted up. This is 500 millimeters, 1/2000th of a second, f7.1, and ISO 400. Beautiful colors in this. This is a yellow-rumped warbler that Heather captured. I saw it flitting around but never got a picture of it, but Heather made a nice shot of it, 500 millimeters, 1/2000th of a second, f7.1, and ISO 1000. I don't think I got a shot of this spoonbill on this perch. This is a 300 millimeter shot that Heather made, 1/2000th of a second, wide open at 5.6, and 200 ISO. I like the beautiful contrast of the pink on the spoonbill with the beautiful blue sky. You can see the orange on the tail feathers as well, and there's lots of detail here. I almost like the shot like that, other than its toes are cut off. Pretty sure I also made a photograph of this spoonbill on this perch. Beautiful shot, and she's got it stretching its left leg now. Nice background in this with the colors, and this is 300 millimeters, 1/2000th of a second, f5.6, and ISO 320. This is not a baby spoonbill, but it's not an adult spoonbill either. This is a juvenile spoonbill that she's captured. I don't think I saw this bird. This is 500 millimeters, 1/2000th of a second, f7.1, and 400 ISO. A lot softer is the pink in a juvenile spoonbill, and the eyes don't have the color in them yet either. Here's another photograph of that beautiful adult spoonbill on that perch. This is 500 millimeters, 1/2000th, f7.1, and 320 ISO. This is a glossy ibis. I saw this bird but did not get a shot of it. Heather did a nice job capturing it. This is 363 millimeters, 1/500th of a second, f5.6, and ISO 320. It's shaped just like a white ibis, but the colors are completely different. I saw this bird as well but didn't get a picture. This is a female blue-winged teal. I got a picture of the male that was near it, but I didn't grab a picture of the female. This is 363 millimeters, 1/500th of a second, f5.6, and ISO 100. And here's Heather's shot of the male blue-winged teal. And again, she had her camera on the top of the railing instead of on the floor. And in this particular instance, I think her idea was better because in my shot, this foliage was blocking most of the bird. And in her shot, she can see most of the bird. This is 363 millimeters, 1/500th of a second, f5.6 and ISO 125. Here's another shot of that same blue-winged teal adult male, and she's got it stretching its wings. So I thought that was beautiful, and you can actually see the blue wing of the blue-winged teal. So that is awesome. This is 363 millimeters, again, 1/500th, f5.6 and ISO 125. And that was Heather's last photo. We saw some babies. So that was pretty cool. And a bunch of other stuff too. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, reach down, hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see some more stuff like this, subscribe and hit the bell. And as always, I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.